were never too much. You were just too real for people who were too scared to hold your light. Take a minute and let that sink in. Because lately, I've been having conversations with friends, family, people at work, and even online. No matter what, no matter where they are from, where they're going, what job they do, they all have this one thing in common. So many good, kind-hearted, emotionally generous people are walking around with this unspoken guilt in their heart, and it's not over the guilt of the mistakes they made. It's the guilt over the love they gave right, the care they showed, the softness they extended, and the effort they poured into people who did not know what to do with someone like them. People who mistake their kindness for weakness, warmth for something to take advantage of. And you know what? That stops right here. Because now you weren't wrong for caring. You weren't wrong for the love that you gave. And what happened wasn't about you, it was about them. Picture this: your glass is full. Not just with water, but with kindness, texts, care, remembering birthdays, texting them at 2 a.m. when they're crying over their ex. And you pour into their glass. And you look down. You notice your glass is empty and theirs, it's full. But is yours full? You see that? They didn't even turn around to check if your glass was full. Did they see? No, you gave them water when they were dehydrated, and they left you parched, just like that. And how many times have you walked away parched just like that, when they drank from what you poured and acted like it was theirs all along? This is what I call one-sided effort. It's not your fault they could not hold your water, because this is what happens when someone like you, real, soft and honest, walks into a room full of people with wearing masks. They at first love your light. They love your authenticity, your ease, the way you laugh, the way you love them, the way you make them feel. Later, they switch up. Something changes inside of them. At first, they're like a camel dying of thirst in the Saharan desert, and suddenly they switch up. Something changes inside of them. Your authenticity exposed their mask, their pretense. You simply being in their presence makes them uncomfortable to face the parts of themselves they've buried within. And instead of rising up to your level of authenticity to meet you in that space, they pull away. They ghost you, they get defensive, and you sit there wondering, what did I do? Was it me? Was I too loud? Was I too pushy? Too loving? Too intense? Too available? And that's when your overthinking creeps in, doesn't it? It's those little conversations that you replay in your head constantly. You analyze texts. You dilute the authentic version of yourself in your own head before anyone else does it for you. But let's get this one thing straight. It was never about you. You were never too much. They were too small to hold your big light, your authentic light. You might be still sitting here thinking, maybe I did come on strong. Maybe if I acted a little colder, they would have stayed. And I feel, no, you shouldn't have. You should have been your authentic self, because they should love you for who you are, not who you could be. And you are deserving of the same type of love and same type of effort. You carrying guilt for that, shrinking yourself to make yourself more likable? No, absolutely not. We are done with that. And the truth is, it was never about you. So it was your energy that highlighted their absence in their own lives. How your love made them feel things they hadn't felt in years. And most people don't know what to do with this true energy. So they run. But you stood tall. You stood true to yourself. And now from this moment forward, your job is not to shrink. It is not to water yourself down so you are digestible for the rest of them. Your job is to love fully and take up space unapologetically. And let who cannot meet you there leave. Bye bye. And for the people you had to walk away from, let them stay there. Let them stay among the surface level connections that they want to chase. Let them stay there. Let them be in the zone that they are comfortable in, and you be in the zone that you want to grow in. Let them linger in rooms full of half people and fake authenticity, because you didn't lose them, they lost you. And you go where the real ones are, because the right people who have done the work, who aren't afraid of their emotions, who value depth over performance, they will crave someone like you. They will. And they are the ones meant to find you. And when they find you, you will meet people who text you back without games. They will be as excited to text you as you are excited to text them. Isn't that wonderful? Like, you finally met someone who radiates the exact same kind of authenticity as you do. Why wouldn't you wait for people who call to just hear your voice, people who match your energy just because they want to, and people who laugh loudly, hear you openly, and make space for all your emotions, for you to be soft and powerful? In those rooms, you will never feel like too much again. You will feel at home. And when they find you, these people, you won't have to beg. You won't have to show them your worth. They will own your worth. They will appreciate you just the way you are. They will get it. You'll be so natural around them. It'll be so natural to be yourself. It'll feel so easy to just be. And they'll never let you question your worth. So it is worth the wait. Stop regretting the love you gave. Stop wishing you held back, because that love wasn't wasted. It wasn't pointless. It was a reflection of your character, your strength, and it is proof that even in a world full of half-hearted people, you were whole enough to exist, to be authentic. You showed up whole as yourselves. Loving you would have required them to grow, to meet you in their truth, to put down their armor. But most people aren't ready for that. So you don't regret it. You were a lesson to those fake people, or perhaps a blessing in disguise. For them, you were a glimpse of what real love looks like. To meet you in their truth, to put down their armor. But most people aren't ready for that. So you don't regret it. You were a lesson to those fake people, or perhaps a blessing in disguise. For them, you were a glimpse of what real love looks like.